Friday edition of the show. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. I'm your host, Montez. You can also check out the live studio version by going to www.mycitymymusic.com, Dre Montez, and you'll be all connected right there. Hello to my good folks on the StreamYard that are tuned in. How you folks doing on Facebook, as well as X and YouTube? How you folks doing on this Feel Good Friday edition of the show? Let's raise the roof. High fives. Chest bump that thing for me, and let's hug it on out just a little bit. Oh, gotta hug that thing on out. Oh, feels good. Let's get through our pillars of the day, and I have a special guest joining me, so I'll be with you and introduce you guys in 1 second. Let's get through our pillars of the day. We're gonna let it go. Stay calm. It's on you. Give it time. Ignore them. Don't compete and laugh. You do that every day. Practice that. Go in baby steps, and I guarantee you leave the house in a better mood than when you laid down and went to sleep. So I have a special guest today joining me on the show. It'll be brought to you and sponsored you by Mountain Man Scrub. SKRUB.com. Mountain Man Scrub. Let the man in you come on out. Good for your hands, face, and you know how I feel about them feet. You know, got to keep them feet together in this type of world that we live in today. A lot of people that forgot about it. But without further ado, brought to you by Mountain Man Scrub, I have a special guest, MMA fighter, Austin Spider McKeith. How we doing, my man? The Spider. How we doing, my man? How we doing? I think we lost him for a
little bit. How are you today?
Oh, better than good, man. Better than good.
Can you hear me okay? I'm using my new headphones.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you just fine, but man, I thought we were going to get the visual aspect of it, but just getting the audio, that's cool. That's cool itself.
Yeah. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing better than good. I can't complain. The weather, the sun finally decided to come out, so as a natural hair person, I decided to get some vitamin D today. So we got their hair out today.
So I'm so happy to see the sun today.
I know that's right. So you're an MMA fighter, right?
Yes, sir. And 13 years now, counting.
Okay. I think we have a Facebook buddy in common. My man Corey from Wood River.
Corey
Tipton?
Last name?
Corey Tipton?
Doesn't really sound familiar. There's a lot of us right now.
Yeah, he fights a lot. He used to fight a lot, quite a bit. He's from the Wood River area. But anyway, and you've been doing it for 15 years, you said?
13 years.
13 years? All right.
Yes,
Well, tell the folks a little bit about yourself, Spider.
Yeah, so right now I'm actually looking to not only compete this year, but probably make this year my last year fighting out of 13 years. I have been wrestling. I wrestled in college, wrestled in high school a little bit, and then after that, I decided to take it to the next level and try to add a little bit more of my striking and boxing in it, and then it just turned out to MMA was the best way to go, and it worked out perfectly.
Okay, I'm not going to come at you as a professional of MMA. I actually used to work in the service industry in this place I used to work at. Don't want to name drop. They don't spend any money with me. They're known for their wings, and they were the first major sponsor of the MMA. So that I used to watch little clips. You know, I interviewed Kimbo Slice back in the day, but my actual experience was this past Las Vegas when they wrestled in that Spear, when they had those matches.
Oh, you win?
No, I watched it. I put the blackout curtains on, had the 70-inch going. It felt like I was there. That was an enjoyment to watch from the MMA standpoint. But you've been at it for 13 years. And for the folks that are listening in, thinking about whether getting into wrestling or MMA, what's some advice for them if they're just starting out?
My advice to starting out, if you just want to learn to protect yourself first and a little bit of self-defense, I would do jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu literally teaches you literally everything on the ground, and then also teaches you how to, if someone's coming forward at you without having to throw punches or anything. That's why a lot of cops you see nowadays, they'll get into jiu-jitsu classes. They go to like the gi where you have the whole outfit and you have to wear the belt with it too. You see a lot more law enforcement. You have to see school doing it now. So I would definitely say jiu-jitsu be the first thing to go. And then after jiu-jitsu, then that's when I would say like, oh yeah, go ahead and try to keep your hands crispy and try some boxing and kickboxing.
Okay, that sounds good. Good recommendations right there. So as you're on your exit strategy, are you in the position to give that teach back right now? You work with any young kids or any guys on the professional level or semi-pro level?
Yeah, so actually, I'm glad you said that too, because I'm actually, it's actually how I met Vinny and all those guys. And actually Chuck's son, Vinny's coach at Finney's MMA. So I teach the kid classes and I teach the adult classes over there.
Well, shout out to Finney right there. A few of my good friends work out there. My dude, Brandon Boyd, big Mizzou and KC fan. He works out with those guys as well.
Okay. Yeah. Those are really good guys. Yeah, like I said, I think our youngest kid right now in our kids class is probably 4 years old, and then we go all the way up to 16.
Okay, and along with the MMA and all the forms of wrestling and karate and jiu-jitsu, they all teach one thing I'm really, really proud of: discipline of the sport itself. Can you talk a little bit about the discipline that goes along with it?
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite parts. So when we do the discipline, we do the whole thing where it's like we have our kids go into shirts and stuff like that. So they go, instead of doing like belts, we'll have them start with a white shirt, and as they learn, as they cooperate, and as they get better in skills, then they'll go up in a shirt color. That way, like Vinny right now, he's actually our highest shirt. Chuck's son, he's a red shirt, getting ready to be a black shirt pretty soon. And it usually takes about 10 years in our kids class to get to that level. But a lot of parents tell us too, and they always say thank you, because the discipline that the kids show in our classes, they take that discipline and take it to other sports they want to try. Like one of our kids, I'm not going to say his name, but his mom said thank you because he's doing so much better in soccer and school just from coming to our classes, getting the teaching in, getting in. If he does something wrong, we discipline them by having to push-ups, wall sit-ups, all stuff like that. And that's really grown from that. And he's taking that into school and other sports, which makes me so happy to hear.
Okay, all right. Guys, you just tuned in. I'm talking to Ashton Spider. He has an upcoming fight. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. We just got done talking about the discipline side of this. And as a person going into MMA that was very uneducated, I had my own prejudgments about MMA until I got the opportunity to watch that Vegas competition, as we just spoke about, and then going a little bit behind the scenes of MMA and finding there's more to it, and more guys have a genuine, and women have a genuine story about getting involved in MMA or competitive fighting at this state and age. Do you agree?
Yes, sir. I definitely agree. Big time.
All right. You have an upcoming fight. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next week.
Where are we going to be at? Tell the folks about it.
So it's going to be in Phoenix, Arizona for a promotion called Cage Series. This one's actually going to be called Cage Series 8. And I'm fighting a guy named Samuel Ortiz. It's a little bit on the last minute side, but I'm training 24/7 all the time, pretty much every day. So my body's already ready to step in there and get it going.
And you said cage fighting?
Yeah, it's called Cage Series 8.
Okay, all right. Is there a way to watch this? You have to be in person. Is there any live streaming ability for this at all?
Yes. So they haven't told me too much, but I believe you can buy it on the FITE app next weekend. So I'm hoping that's the same thing. But last time I fought for them before, and they said that was the same thing last time. But I know a lot of promotions are having problems with that. But no, they've been pretty good with it. Just like a lot of promotions around here, to get people to be able to watch it at home and outside of the gym and stuff like that. So right now, yes, the Fight TV app.
All right, Fight TV app right there, FITE app. You can get that to check out my man Ashton Spider. Take a little fighting action. What weight class are you in?
So I usually do fight at 155. I walk around I would say about 195. But this fight's actually going to be at 170 because I'm not gonna get real skinny and fly out there and make that huge weight cut this fast. It'll be a little bit more healthy for me to fight at 170.
Wow, I joined the military in 1989, fresh out of high school. I was 187 coming out of high school. Wow, and I'm 6'2", and you're fighting at a competitive nature at what, 170? So you're gonna get at?
Yes, this one's gonna be at 170. Yes.
What goes into when you're trying to add weight versus trying to lose weight for a fight? Which is one more strenuous on the body, you think?
I would say losing weight is definitely a strain on the body, but the way us MMA fighters do it is completely not healthy. So I wouldn't want to tell everybody how to do it the way we do it, but My girlfriend actually, she helps me out with my weight cuts, and I've also met with other people too that even cut bigger weight cuts than me. Like my head coach Lucas, he cuts from like 230 to get down to his weight cuts at 185. Woo. So I've been with him. I've been with him for about, I would say, about 12 years now, and he's done that through every weight cut, every sauna strip, and every time I needed to help, need a question on meals and stuff like that, he would be like, nope, no chocolate, only greens. So he's been pretty good about it.
Yeah, you said it's not the most healthy way to do things. I don't think any sport, to get to your absolute best, there's really a healthy part aspect of it. We all go through that point to do things we know it's not right, but to get us to that level to perform at a level that we need to perform at. And with all the criticism that we've been getting in sports about performing that for the fans and doing your job, where do you have to go to prepare for a big match mentally? Is it a dark place you have to go to? Because I don't think anybody, when it comes to fighting, can go to a happy spot.
Yeah, honestly, it kind of just depends on the person and like their upbringing into the sport. Because you see a lot of people that'll come into sport, they were bullied in high school or school, so they decided to take that anger and go somewhere else with it. I was bullied in school here and there, but I don't really feel like I go into any fight anger because like when you're angry, you're mad and so on, like you can't see clear, you can't think clear. All you're thinking about is the rage and wanting to punch and get it over with. But
wear yourself out.
Now that as I've matured more into the sport, I've learned that being cool and calm and picking my strikes carefully, relaxing my mind, not walking out to some like crazy headbanging song, like something crazy like that. So I've kind of been more relaxed, and I kind of also too. I don't know if you see this movie a long time ago. It's called The Warrior. It's got Tom Hardy in it. Yeah. So the guy actually, I don't know if you remember, but he walked out to like sympathies. Like there weren't any songs. His coach made him walk out to those musicals and stuff like that, where he was thinking, he was relaxed, not just going in there, like I said, head banging and like, let's go with the rage. But like I said, but you do see a lot of fighters still like that these days, but not a lot of successful ones, like in UFC and stuff like that, aren't like, you don't see them having this blind rage. But then again, like I said, if there's trash talk going on, and then it's a little hard not to, especially in this fighting world.
I like trash talking as a little bit of an aspect. So one more time, tell the folks how they can watch your fight, this upcoming fight you have this weekend.
Yes, definitely. You can watch it on the FITE app, Fight TV app it's on any kind of Android store.
All right, guys, there you are. Ashton, I'm going to let you get back to your daily activities and getting prepared for your fight. I wish you the best of luck.
I got one little shout out if I'm allowed to.
Oh, for sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I also want to thank Chuck over that Mountain Man Scrub. He has literally been the best person I've ever met at one of my gyms. I actually have I'm also a interior designer during the day, so sometimes I'm on my hands and my knees. I got contractors to do the same thing. He hooked me up with that Mountain Man Scrub. Oh my gosh!
It works wonders, doesn't it? Man.
Yes. Oh man.
My hands
loves me now because my hands are so soft.
There you go.
Working on the ground, and she's like, touch me more. It's got my relationships. Got my contractors using it. One of my contractors, Paul, he's wanting another order. He's got like really bad eczema on his elbows and his knees and stuff like that. He's been using it for probably about a month now, and he's been phenomenal. He hasn't complained about it. He's literally wants more. He says his skin's been dry. So I'm gonna give a huge shout out to the people over at Mountain Man Scrub.
There you go.
You guys are awesome, guys.
Great job over there, Mountain Man Scrub. Check him out on Facebook, SKRUB, Mountain Man Scrub. We're actually working with him, getting a QR code with the logo, and we're going to start displaying it on the show to get people more connected with this amazing product that's good for your hands, knees, and feet and face. I mean, the product works for itself. Yeah. And he just said his girlfriend said his hands are softer, not Paul Mala, Dawn back in the day, from Mountain Man Scrub. Good for your hands, face, knees, and feet. Ashton, I wish you the best this weekend, man. Good luck to your future and life after MMA. No problem, man. Thanks again, Ashton.
All right, you have a good one. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Mountain Man Scrub, don't forget.
There you go. Appreciate it, my man. There you go, kids.
Have a good one.
There. You too, my man. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Again, thank you to MountainManScrub.com for sponsoring that segment of the show here on CertaPro Painters Presents Montez at midday. Oh my goodness. The interview schedule is loading up a little better than what I thought it has been. And it started off with the softball series on Wednesday. Again, shout out to Dennis Jackson, CEO of Premier Softball Association, and as well as Treynados Moore, who is the director of PSA Premier Softball Association. And since that episode, I really believe in this thing. If you speak it into existence and you believe in it, things will happen. Since that episode Wednesday, I have been contacted by a few people that want to cover softball as well, that have a driver's license, that has a vehicle, that want to do something, want to get out of the house, want to get off the couch, looking for something to do, that has the same passion I do about the game of softball and seeing people have a good time on the weekend. You know, because the week is hard itself. That weekend is supposed to be a release point. We learned that as kids. Once Friday got here and you got home from school, your parents got off work on Friday. Friday night was different and Saturday was different. You know, today is just, it seems like every day the pressure points are getting there. And also on the other side, I had expressed an interest before I lost my vision about having an RV, wrapping it with a bunch of sponsors and going to college football games. Not trying to be a college game day, but seeing the more of the fandom side of the game, really capturing more of the tailgating, the history, the nostalgia, the family traditions, not the college traditions, the family tradition, capturing that side of college football. And lo and behold, 4 people have contacted me expressing the same desire, that have RVs that are not doing anything, that have huge vans that are not doing anything. You know how many people that you know that you haven't thought about that are retired, that live comfortably, that are looking for something to do? They don't want to just spend their money on anything. They're looking for something to do, to be involved, get out of neutral in the drive. They don't want to go to the gym, get on a treadmill, play pickleball. They want to travel, but they're tired of traveling alone. You know how many people you know, if you reach out, you will find them. And I've met some people like that, not on purpose, but they have re-advised me of the plan of the RV situation. Like, hey, Dre, that's not a bad idea. Let's sit down and put a plan together. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a plan together this weekend. Now, how to do this? I'm not saying I want to travel to California. I want to keep it something small and simple and build this thing into something that everybody can have fun enjoying. Whether you're home on the couch because you can't leave this weekend and you just want to see, you know, you feel like you're there when certain people present something to you in a fun way, not a pressured-filled way, but a fun way. I don't want to capture the actual gameplay of softball. I want to show you the fandom and the passion of the game by covering softball, and bring you some good food as well. That's what I want to do. But I've met some folks like that. I just want to touch back and piggyback on what we talked about Wednesday on the softball series. Again, that was awesome right there. If you're just tuning in, just had Austin Spider Midkeef on the show, MMA fighter. There's a fight coming up in Phoenix, Arizona this weekend, and you can get the Fight app, FITE, and check them out this weekend. But great job right there. Again, shout out to the sponsor of that segment, mountainmanscrub.com. SKRUB. Check them out. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary to you. If you're off today to get your pet and your outfit for pet weekend, because the pet parade going on in Soulard. Come to Soulard again. Be a Soulardian. Come to Soulard again and be a Soulardian. I miss living in Soulard. Good folk down there. Good folk. Good people. Good people down there. As I like to call it, the island. Oh, the island life. It'll suck you in if you're not prepared. It will suck you in if you are not prepared. Those are true words and statements right here for you, ladies and gentlemen. So let's do our typical meet and greet. is get things together and present them as they should be. My, oh my, what a week it has been in the world of sports and entertainment across the board. It's been that way. But I'm going to start the show off with this. I heard this weekend. Well, this week. Don't complain about having a lot on your plate when your goal was to eat. Don't complain about having a lot on your plate when your goal was to eat. Talk to me now. My, oh my, what a week we've had. We've talked about giving it your all in sports this week. What do the fans want? How much should it cost to stream our local baseball team? The NFL is thinking about leaving us for Netflix television. That's a lot to take over. What do we expect from today's athlete when it comes to the all-star presentation of the sport? What should we expect as fans? Do we want their all in the regular season? We want their best in the postseason? Which sport is hard on the body? Which sport is hard to please today's fan? If I spend $1,500 for a ticket as a fan, what should the expectations be? Are we being realistic? Are we being petty? Are we asking for too much? Those are the questions that we have been presented with this week. No sport is better than the other. They all share a common goal: to entertain us. We're not uneducated when it comes to our particular sports. We know what we want. Through conversation and actual evidence, it has been shown that the NBA, when it comes to the All-Star game, they don't care. We're to the point after the kneeling incident to really pay attention to athletes, understand what they go through. They're real people too. We're to that point now. They have a home life. They go with ups and downs just like we do. Just theirs is more publicized and more criticized. We have to look at it from both angles. I get it. If you've played sports, I don't care what level, and you're over the age of 50, I guarantee you look at things more with different sides than you did when you were in your 20s and 30s. You see every angle. You understand every situation. But at the same time, when you're a fan of a particular sport and they call themselves all-stars, we expect to see an all-star performance. Not a comedy show, not skits. We're here to see the competition. What LeBron James did, his actions saying that he's not going to play at the last minute, there should have been a fine in place for his timing. Did not give the NBA, Adam Silver, the reserve that could have taken his spot, the opportunity to prepare for the moment. He should have been fined $100,000 for that. Not him not playing, just his actions. I gave the whole NBA All-Star experience, the whole weekend, from the skills competition, the celebrity game, the dunk contest, the pre-games leading up to the All-Star game. I give the whole thing a D+. A D+. But those are the actions that the NBA gave us. We knew that they were not going to change the way the presentation of the product was going to be for the All-Star game. The actions spoke louder than words, truthfully. And you can't hide that. Nowhere. We've seen the All-Star presentation in other sports. But the expectations of what the NBA has done in the past, when we were really vested in the 90s, we thought that was going to continue. But it's not. And we have to get used to that. That game is for today's generation. The 18 to 25-year-old, they enjoyed that. They enjoyed it. They got it. How many of you watched the Super Bowl with someone that was singing the halftime song with Kendrick Lamar, word for word. I bet a lot of you. How old was the person that was doing it? Between the ages of 12 and 25. This is for them. The only sport that is geared to our generation right now is pickleball. That's it. The rest, we have to accept the way it's being presented to us. Now, what hockey did for their All-Star game, good gosh almighty. Special shout out to one of the sponsors of the show, Friendlies in South City at 3503 Roger Place. Shout out to them. I'm not coming at you as a hockey aficionado. I was introduced to hockey by way of the Boys Club in St. Louis, 11th Street in Sydney. They used to give us free tickets to go to the Blues, the Steamers, and the Cardinal games, and the St. Louis football Cardinals. And I was introduced to this hockey player, Wayne Babbage. Life changed. I was vested in right there. Right there, I started watching hockey. I was 10 years old, 1980. 10. Not saying I went to every damn game. Never bought any Blues gear ever. But I've had some over the years. But as I got older, going to a playoff game, sitting on the ice, right there on the glass, that game changing. Watching a woman put her things on a glass to the opposing team, you can't make stuff up like that. That happened. I was there. Playoff hockey is different. Different. Going to a parade when your hockey team, your hometown hockey team wins a championship or a Stanley Cup is different. The presentation, what the NHL did with this Four Nations All-Star game was out the box. And what I saw and witnessed last night at Friendlies, there were people there who were there to shoot pool, throw darts, and conversate and hang out with their buddies. Last night, they were watching hockey. There were hockey fans there. Not just of the Blues. There were hockey fans there. The verbiage before the game started was not about what happened at work. Not about the pet parade this weekend. They were talking about hockey. Men, women, different nationalities, different races. They were talking about hockey in a way I was blushing. When you go to a knowledgeable place and you can sit back and ear hustle and they're talking about sports in a way you never thought you could hear, it's captivating. The way PK Subban broke down hockey on First Take this weekend, oh my God. Oh my God. What my man Trey said on the show Wednesday on the softball series, we got to talk about passion. Not everybody's going to understand your passion, and we have to accept that. That's okay. We can't push passion on other people. Keep that in mind. Don't let passion anger you because people don't buy into what your passion is. Please don't. Keep attacking the process. Keep attacking the process. It is just, I believe in that thing of speaking it out there, and it's going to happen. I believe in this thing of getting it off your chest. I believe in this thing called going to sleep with peace. Take advantages of the opportunities that are given to you. By the way, I want to give a special shout out and high five to Urban City Services. Andre Cole, who I had on the show a few months ago, and as well as Mike Avery. Urban City Services, the warming bus people, they're doing countless things to help out the unhoused in the Soulard and downtown area. Check them out. They're always looking for volunteers, donations. Do what you can do. Do what you can do, but recognize the people that are doing things that don't get the exposure that they need or out there to help the people. As I put out on the page the other day at 211.org. when I posted that, there were other people commenting on other services that help out the people, the unhoused. Not just when it's inclement weather, but there's information on there all the time to help out, to do the right thing and help out people when we can. Again, shout out to Urban City Services, Andre Cole and Mike Avery. Trying to get Mike Avery on the show to talk about his baseball league. He started a team for the first time last year. I'm going to let him tell the story. I'm trying to get him on the show next week, my man Mike Avery, to talk about his baseball program that he has. I'm going to try to make the meeting tomorrow in Solar to get more information about this baseball youth league that they're starting. My man Mike Avery. Again, shout out to Urban City Services. Well, good folk, good people. It's Friday. They say the weather is supposed to be nice on Sunday and Monday. So you know what that means. We're going to get somebody to wear something they don't think it's 85 in June. And they're going to be sick Tuesday wondering what happened. Especially you folks that have not been to the doctor since the early 2000s. I'm concerned about you. I'm concerned. I'm more excited about the college basketball tournament, men and women's side that are coming up. College basketball, men and women, since the Super Bowl ended, sorry, Kansas City, since it ended, have you been paying attention to college basketball? M-I-Z. Z-O-U. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend and tell you I'm a Mizzou fan in any sport. Well, I do track the women's softball team. They rank 16th right now. Talk to me. Not going to sit up here and pretend I'm a Mizzou basketball fan. No, I'm a Kentucky fan. Talk to me later. But I do recognize basketball talent. I do recognize improvements. I do recognize when something is going on. In that Mizzou game on Wednesday night, I don't care where you at, if the volume was down on the TV and they just pan the camera on that Mizzou game and you caught a glimpse, I bet you turned the TV volume up. Those fans were ready for that. Those fans needed that. Mizzou needed that. It had 59 points at halftime. Mizzou scored 110 points. They've beat 3 top 5 teams this year. And then the coach got on the mic. Calm down. 80% of drunk people, 80% of those people were drunk. And he got on the mic and said, please don't storm the court. Did they storm the court? That's when you know you have something special. That is why. There's something special going on down in Columbia. You know, when you hear about in that transformation when you're in high school, whether to go to college or the military, do your homework. Those were the options back in the day. So I would listen to people that went to college when they would come home. It probably started my sophomore year, listening to people that would come home from school. Nobody talked about the educational side. Nobody. They talked about the parties. That's it. Then meeting people from the military, they telling you how much responsibility that they have and the things they're doing, where they've been, not controlling the destination, but being prepared for it. I didn't hear about the educational side of college till I was in the military. So it's all about the presentation. And also, kids, do your homework on your decision, whether to go to college, whatever you're going to do your homework. Rick Pitino said some very powerful things. Rick Pitino holds a special spot right here with me. From the days of Providence back in the day. That's when I got to know Rick Pitino. That right there. This man could walk by any park, find 7 to 10 people, and build something out of them in less than 2 years. Oh, come on aboard. Come on, get on this train. Come on and get on this train. This man is at St. John's, and they were getting the living crap beat out of them last week. You cannot change your complete game at halftime. In the words of, you can't win a game at halftime. In the words of Bill Belichick, you can adjust. You can adjust. You can re-deliver the message when you get that breaking point. And Rick Pitino said, adversity is about the game of life. Your whole life is adversity. Get used to it. We don't care about you missing a shot. Rebound. My coach told me, you're going to make an error. Get over it. Women's college basketball. Oh, so we got some referees out there that's been getting a little crazy with the whistle. Investigators have known. If you have not realized how the microscope has been since betting and gambling has been allowed in sports, look at the investigators. Look at the people investigating these gambling situations. Look here. You better read all the laws that are applicable to affect your state you live in if you're not supposed to be gambling. You work for a company, you should not be gambling. They are not playing around. So allegedly, going back to last season, they have found proof that these referees have been affecting the outcome of these games so close to the gambling situations with the point spreads that there's about to be some changes this March Madness in the women's and men's. There's going to be some changes in betting. Watch. And I'm with Stephen A. Smith. When athletes get caught for doping or using uncontrolled substance, using something they would not prescribe to take, I don't like the response. Well, he took something by mistake. Who's taking an illegal drug by mistake? Who's giving someone an illegal drug by mistake? That's a professional athlete. Whoever your publicist is, fire them. There's no way that should have been the response right there. Should have been the response. The WNBA season is approaching, but not fast enough. There's too much drama going on behind the scenes that I don't have the patience to get into. I just finished all 7 seasons of the show Scandal. There's a lot going on up there. There's a lot. I need to go on somebody's couch and just lay back and just release what I witnessed over 7 seasons of this show Scandal. Lord help me. Oh my goodness. Women's National Basketball Association. The behind the scenes, the financial side, the strategizing of where to put the next team and what they're doing with that, the pay scale, the viewership, the NBA's involvement. That's somebody, keep that to yourself. Stop telling us about it. Well, I want to hear about the players. What are we doing to get ready? Huh? The WNBA is coming off its most watched regular season in 24 years. No, 29 years. In 29 years. Their most watched season. No, most watched in 24 years. Most highest attendance in 29 years. That is, Who's marketing this? What are we going to get the people at? We need to do something about that pay scale. Not trying to say you should be paid like the men, but they start at $64,000. Then it gets as high as $241,000. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna give the WNBA a little bit more time before I go deep in the water hole. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna give them time to respond to these numbers and fix their situation when it comes to marketing the game and how we're supposed to watch it. Huh? I'm not watching nothing on Lifetime or Iron when it comes to WNBA no more. I'm done. I'm going to draw a line. Speaking of drawing a line, Major League Baseball is here. Got my Cardinal spring training shirt on. It's now time. We can finally wear our baseball gear, people. There you go. I mean, my Broncos got knocked out of the playoffs by the Buffalo Bills. That was the day I stopped wearing sports gear. I mean, once my team is out, what's the use? Why do I need to bring that feeling back? My mom and dad did a special thing in the back of that Cadillac. And I take sports a different way. I don't know what it was, but I take it a different way. I'm not wearing something that they're done. Only time I would don those colors again is in April when I get prepared for the draft. But it's baseball season. Now we get to don the colors, get to have that talk and conversation. What are we going to do this year? You think Nato made the right decision. It was good to see David Freese down there in Florida. But in the words of Mookie Betts, spring training is when the season is decided. This is when the winning formula is put together right now. Only thing that scares me about spring training, the injuries. Some guys don't know how to slow it down. Take it easy. Play as you are. Don't play scared. That's when you get hurt. I want to see what we got. Introduce these new people to me. Huh? We're a baseball town with a hockey problem. I get that. But let us meet the new people. Open up to us because we're nosy here. Once you come here and don those colors and you see that sea of red at opening day, we're family. You in this for life. You can go to any other team, but you show us some love here, you're never leaving St. Louis in our heart. That's how this thing works. We real up in here. But I can't wait to see that sea of red. The opening day jitters, the expectations, the conversations, the chest bumps, the hugs, the fist bump. It's all going to be there. Getting closer and closer. That spring training is fun. It is fun. The commentating is fun. The presentation of it is fun. It's baseball season. But here's the one adjustment I would like to see for baseball to make. And I've always thought about this, but it's the first time I think I spoke about it out loud. Why can't we watch Major League Baseball the way football shows it to us on Sundays? They give us 10 games at one damn time. I think this may be the first day. First year I ever go over to FanDuel. Shout out to my man Alex at the track. And go in the sports book over at FanDuel and watch as many opening day games that start at 1:05 as I can. Give me some popcorn, leave me alone, a couple of hot dogs, we good. We good. Simplicity at its finest. I just want to sit there at FanDuel at the track. I'm going to give my dude Alex a shout out. Dre coming over, and I'm coming over before horse season. Before horse hooky starts, and catch me some Cardinal baseball as well as other games. I want to watch all the games that come on at one time. I want that. Can't get it at home unless I put it on. Well, I'm down 2 TVs. We got to get 2 more TVs before August. We're down 2 televisions. We got one melted and one fell. We got some work to do. But I want to know, is Major League Baseball ticket, the pass, who has that presentation to show If you have 12 TVs on the wall, can I get 12 different baseball games? If you have that, send a brother an inbox with directions where your bar is at, the name of it. I will be there because I want to watch as many games that come on at one time as I can. I don't like switching the TV back and forth. No, let's keep it right here. That's why the different TVs are needed. You know, we'll use the phone, the tablet, the laptop, the TVs, because we got to communicate. You got to tweet when you're watching baseball. And now baseball has done the unthinkable. You get the challenge, balls and strikes, the batter, the catcher, and the pitcher, I believe. They all get to say something, was that a ball or a strike? But you got to do it immediately. It's called ABS, Automated Balls and Strike System. We are in trouble. Again, this is not for us. If you're 50 and up, this is not for us. The 90s of baseball, the 80s, the 70s, and 60s, you let it go. Let it. No. You can't even throw the ball back to the umpire. If he wasn't looking, you're getting thrown out the game. We need to, as a group and as a people, umpires union, are you listening? Get in here. Which I hear is real good. Umpires union. Jim and Steve, get in here. Let me talk to you, folks. Eduardo, you two, get in here. Get on over here. Charlie, over here. Listen. Baseball is not about the umpires, okay? You guys are not on the tickets. You're not on the marquee. You're not even in the logo. Can you please remember that as umpires? If you can do that, we'll leave you alone. We'll leave you alone. Even when you're out trying to have a nice dinner, we're not going to heckle you. True story. Baseball players are like elephants. They don't forget nothing. Baseball players can remember what they ate for their pregame meal, what the score was, the temperature, tell you every umpire that they can dissect a baseball memory like you feel like you're watching Vincent D'Onofrio on Law and Order Criminal Intent. That's why I can listen to baseball stories all damn day. But it is MLB season. It is here. I'm not going to be early to pick my thoughts and concerns on what the Cardinals can and cannot do. Too early to tell. But after spring training, we got to have that talk, don't we, people? Yeah, we got to have that talk. But here's some interesting numbers from Major League Baseball. In 2024, only 6 teams batted at least 250 last season. Let that sink in. Only a total of 6 teams in Major League Baseball batted at least 250. In 2005, 2006, 30 teams did it. 2016, 21 teams did it. 2021, 5 teams did it. 2023, 14 teams did it, meaning they batted at least 250. Here's the one thing I like about baseball. They find out more ways to make the fans spend money. The Major League Baseball throwback uniforms. The city jerseys. Oh, my God. Those are so nice. Food prices are going down across the board, people. I think baseball is trying to understand it doesn't take $475 or loan to take a family of 4 to a baseball game. Stop it. And I like how today's players, actual players, are getting more involved into the Major League Baseball card process, because since COVID, Major League Baseball card collection has gone up over 300%. All right. My Cardinals, we went 15-16 against the NL East, 18-15 against the NL West, 26-26 against the NL Central, 9-6 against the AL East, 8-7 against the AL West, and 7-9 against the AL Central. Those are not good numbers. But as Marnie said, we can do better. There's areas of improvement. Here's something I think we need to do as Cardinal Nation this year. We need to come up with a new fan celebration. Let's do something different. Let's be that team. I'm not saying we need Grimace on the roof. We need a character running around the stadium. We don't need a kissing bandit that's heavy in the chest. No, let's dive deep into it, Cardinal Nation. We need a best fan section every game. Bring that back. Left field sucks. Right field sucks. We need something. We need something. And we need to bring back baseball tailgate. We don't need to be Bills Mafia. Okay? Well, let's show that passion. Let's show people what it's about when they see that sea of red. Well, there is a lot going on this weekend. The weather will speak itself on Sunday and Monday. Please do not lose your composure. Now, if you want to show what you're working with, do your thing. Do your thing, but be prepared to handle the consequences right there for you. Again, I would like to thank MountainManScrub.com for our presentation that we had earlier, having Austin Spider Midkeef on the show. MMA fighter has a fight coming up this weekend in Phoenix, Arizona. You can check him out on the Fight app, FITE app. And next week, hopefully, we'll have the new logo for MountainManScrub.com along with a QR code so you can get your hands to feel as soft as a baby's bottom. I'm not lying to you. And also, they will be at the Dome next weekend for a convention. We'll share more about that next week. It is the weekend time, good folk, good people. I would like to thank the folks on StreamYard for tuning in today and the sponsors. Don't forget, home of that smash burger down in Soulard. Jack Nolan's. Get your smash burger today. Get your smash on. Also, we got for the good folk, good people. We line up all these sponsors here to let you know what's going on in downtown Bell Vegas, as well as in downtown St. Louis. Bell Vegas got the Lincoln Movie Theater right there. Well, entertainment for the whole family. And don't forget to try that popcorn. Don't forget to try that popcorn at all. And as well, up on Morgan Fort, you got Tower Pub. Tower Pub. They got some nice and new pinball machines, pool, and you can check out that patio. Pet friendly and kid approved at the Tower Pub in South City. And I already told you about the great job that Friendlies did last night in the presentation of the hockey game of the Four Nations. And I already told you I plan on going over to FanDuel to check out me some opening day baseball, as well as my tradition of going each and every Horse Hooky Tuesday for show. And shout out to our title sponsor, CertaPro Painters in Oklahoma City. And it's that time to get your move on. Rico and the crew will hook you up if you're trying to get some moving in today. Shout out to St. Louis Moving Company as well. We're going to keep this thing moving right along to the good folk and the good people. Well, I think this weekend the crew of the golf cart company will be out this weekend, so they can also hook you up for your transportation. Just give them a call, and they will do what they can to make sure you get to your destination and take you back, or they pick you up as well. Now that all the snow is kind of out the way, you might need to get that vehicle looked at. You can always go to Fairway Automotive with 4 locations to serve you, as well as that classic vehicle in you you're trying to restore. They also have that for you as well. Fairway Automotive. And I think we have a few more, and then we're going to get on out of here and let you folks get on with your day. Whether you're buying or selling, Sarah Duncan is here for you. Sarah Duncan. Oh, the Sweet Tooth Lover. Yeah, it is right there. The old candy bar in downtown Bell Vegas, right across the street from the Lincoln Movie Theater. This place has that nostalgia type candy. Trust me. Trust me. You trying to get back in the graces of your daughter's heart, take on over there and her friends and have a sugar day and then drop off at her mama house and let her deal with the sugar high. All right, folks, on StreamYard, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you on Monday. I encourage you all to have a magnificent weekend and enjoy yourself. Thank you again to the folks on the StreamYard. Enjoy your weekend, and thanks again to our title sponsor, CertaPro Painters. Enjoy your weekend, guys, and thanks again.